What's up, YouTube? I'm gonna bring you guys along today for a full day of eating in my off season. I am now nearing the end of my off season. It's been super productive. I'm sorry I haven't been on here as much. I plan to be on here more during prep. It's just been crazy ever since the move to Texas. Nationals was in December. There was a lot of busy stuff around that time. We've been sick twice since December. And now we've had this crazy cold weather in Texas. It's like 19 degrees outside right now. It's wild. I thought I moved to a warm climate place. But been some craziness, real busy with my coaching business, and between that and training and everything, just haven't had as much time for YouTube. So I've gotten to the highest amount of calories I've done the entire off season. Really, I think it's a bit higher than we touched last off season. I can't quite remember, but my current weight today, I was 291 on the scale. So we've been consistently in the low 290s, and I seem to be maintaining that weight while tightening up a little bit every single check-in. So we're really happy with how things have gone. Last off season, I got up to 290 in the morning at the highest, but it was really a much lower quality physique for sure. So big difference this year. Much better position for heading into prep, much leaner than I was prior to last prep. So what we're doing is finishing out the off season now, going into, a cruise phase, and then we're gonna hit prep. It's kind of like pre-prep, early March, just for 4 weeks, bringing down the food. Then about 16 weeks out, probably around end of March, early April, that's when we really hammer it for prep, as far as like no cheat meals, pulling down the food, pulling down the body weight pretty hard, trying to cut body fat. And I'm really hoping this new muscle sticks, because it's really been super productive. I'm the biggest I've ever been. I actually weighed 300 on the scale the other night before bed, which was pretty cool. Even though it's not fasted weight, and I had shorts on, so almost doesn't count. But biggest I've ever been. Really happy with this off season. Want to take you guys along to see what I'm eating. It's a good bit of food. Gonna do my check-ins real quick. We'll show that, and then I'll just show you guys my meals, and we're gonna train arms later. So hope you guys enjoy. All right, so meal one. This is my biggest meal of the day. I fit a lot of calories in a small amount of food, at least small amount of food volume here. So a lot of people have asked about the pancakes I make. These are flavor gang pancakes. So I use the peaches and cream flavor this time. So it's actually 140 grams of cream of rice, or bowl of gains in this case, and 350 grams of egg whites. And then I also do 75 grams of banana. What makes the pancakes is I'm gonna add in baking powder and then blend it up. I put salt in there too. And then I put it on a medium heat pan, and cook it, flip it, and I make 2 pancakes out of it. So where I would normally have to cook 140 grams of cream of rice and put water in that, then cook 350 grams of egg whites separate, eat a banana separate, all that's cooked into one pancake. So it's much easier to eat. Then I do 2 English muffins. I love the Bays brand English muffins. They're honestly the best ones you can get. And then 2 whole eggs. So that totals to 1,200 calories, about 74 grams of protein, 182 grams of carbs, and 23 grams of fat. So a lot of food in this meal, but honestly, it digests super well. The flavor gain, both gains, digest great for me. It's been a game changer for my off season and for prep. So definitely recommend you guys try the pancake recipe. Gonna eat this meal, and then my next meal should be my pre-workout meal. So we're outside in the freezing Texas weather. It's like 30 out today. Still not warmed up yet, but we're out on there's a golf course next to our apartments, and we like to take Samson out here. Oh look, he's doing his business. But yeah, we like to take Samson out here. I get some steps in. There's like a park all the way down. If we keep walking good ways, we may not walk all the way there today. But hey dude, we just come out here, get some fresh air, get some steps in. Hey babe. So we really love it here. We're looking forward to when it's a little bit warmer and not so cold. But this is kind of my daily routine. I try to at some point get some steps in with Samson. We usually do 2 or 3 walks a day. He starts going nuts with whatever sticks and branches he can find out here. We have fun, and then I get back to work. Saturday, I don't have as much client work, so kind of laying low, hanging out today until we go train. All right, pre-workout meal, gonna go train arms soon. So pre-workout is the same amount of cream of rice that my meal calls for, but I do flavor gain, both gains. So this meal we did 140 grams of crackberry flavor, and then I've got 20 grams of peanut butter here, got some pink Himalayan salt, and 75 grams of banana. And then we also have 110 grams of apple here, and then 50 grams of protein worth from Commissary Whey by Condemned Labs. My favorite flavor is the chocolate peanut butter. I'm hooked on that stuff. A lot of people I know like that flavor as well. So pre-workout meal is gonna be just under 1,000 calories. Got 65 grams of protein, 145 grams of carbs, and 14 grams of fat. And then intra-workout, we'll do about 60 grams of carbs, so I'll show you guys that in a minute. All right, guys, pre-workout. So about to train some arms. I'm focused on pump. I don't do hardly any stimulants at all. First step, I always take my DNA dispatch a good bit ahead of time. 1 serving is 6 capsules. I take like 6 to 8 generally. I try to take it as far ahead of the workout as I can, like within 45 minutes, usually 30, 45 minutes ahead of time. I'm going to show you guys what I do, what I've been doing pre and intra workout. For most of my sessions, I take a little bit less pump stuff for like leg days, just because I don't need as much blood in my quads and they end up locking up and I can't hardly bend my leg. But what I do is, right now in my diet, we have 60 grams of carbs intra workout. So I kind of split it between my pre-workout and my intra, because I want some of those carbs already in my system, like before I get to the gym. So I generally do 30 and 30. So this is my pre-workout, and then we'll do 30 intra, and that'll be 60 grams of carbs over the course of my workout. And then pre-workout, I've been taking MIT 45 Boost. So this stuff has been really awesome for giving me focus, energy, alertness. It's a very low amount of caffeine. I think in one of this entire things, I think in an entire bottle, it's around 50 milligrams of caffeine, which is perfect for me. So about 75 megs of caffeine pre-workout. I don't need any more than that, especially on something like arms. I don't want my heart rate getting up super high. I don't want the vasoconstriction of stimulants and caffeine. So I do 1.5 of these. This one I already took half of the other day. There will be a free shipping link in the caption below. So if you guys want to order from MIT 45, make sure to click that link. That'll get you free shipping on your order. This stuff has been awesome for me. I'm going to be using this in my prep for cardio, for general energy, and just overall pick me up. So we all know how drained and tired we get during prep, but it's It's also helping me during off season when I'm really sleepy and sluggish in general. So that's going to the pre-workout. Then we're going to do a scoop of Fruit Punch Lockdown pre-workout. Going to do half a scoop of beta alanine, which I think is going to be like 1.6 grams. And then I do a ton of L-citrulline. I generally take like 8 grams of L-citrulline pre-workout. That's going to really help drive blood and pump to my muscles. We're going to do EAA's Intra. I love the Unicorn Rainbow Confined flavor. 1 scoop of that. And then I even do another scoop of Lockdown, do unflavored during my workout. So I have even more glycerol and creatine going in while I'm training. And last but not least, I always put pink salt in both my pre and my intra. I do about 1 gram each. So that's what I take. It really helps me with my pump, with blood flow. I've really been enjoying this. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. Now we're gonna go train some arms. All right, back home, had a great arm workout. Brittany actually joined me for this one. It was pretty cool. She only joined me because the gym was a freaking madhouse when we got there, and she was actually pretty pissed off. She's videoing me right now. She's like, screw it, I'm just training arms with you. So we got an arm workout in together. It was fun. But this is what I'm doing for post-workout. Yeah, some of y'all can make fun of me for eating cereal. I think it's great for post-workout. I don't always suggest people use sugary cereals. Depends on what you're doing and how your blood sugar is. If you're like insulin resistant, it may not be a great idea. But ever since after Texas Pro, Chris, my coach, asked me if I had diet requests. I was like, dude, I would love to have some Cinnamon Toast Crunch. So I've been doing Cinnamon Toast Crunch for a while, but I've just basically am getting 75 grams of carbs from a cereal. So I've been switching it up. This is lower fat. So I used Fruity Pebbles today. This is 75 grams of carbs worth. And then here I have commissary whey, chocolate peanut butter flavor, and I blended it with frozen strawberries and bananas, and it's about 30 grams of carbs from fruit. And then we got 10 grams of peanut butter in there to make up for the fat that was in the Cinnamon Toast Crunch, match the macros there, and then 2 English muffins. So this is my second biggest meal of the day, but with this kind of food sources, it's so easy to get down. So total calories, just over 1,000 calories. 64 grams of protein, 158 grams of carbs, and about 15 grams of fat. So I usually get hungry after this meal, maybe about an hour. So luckily it digests really fast, and then I'll be getting my next meal and a bunch of rice for the rest of the night. So see you guys in a minute. Please don't crush my junk. Lay down. Yeah. No, lay down. Babe.
You're fine, go ahead. It will be funny because he's looking at the TV, at the camera.
All right, guys, so Samson wanted to be part of this video, apparently. He's not gonna let me eat. So this meal is my chicken and rice meal. It's 470 grams of rice, 175 grams of chicken, 100 grams, or actually 50 grams of zucchini, and 33 grams of avocado. And then I used the Flavor Gang Sweet and Nutty sauce on top. So this meal is going to be 66 grams of protein, 135 grams of carbs, and 15 grams of fat. And then the next meal is exactly the same. So I'm gonna eat this with my table here and watch the show that me and Brittany are binging. We're watching This Is Us, because I guess I'm a big sap now. Right, babe? Mm-hmm. She's obsessed with this show. It's like one of those shows, some people say it's depressing and makes them cry, and some people love it and makes them happy. But this is what we do, so it's super boring, but they make it interesting. All right, meal 5. So this time I split the carbs up a little bit. This is something I really like to do in the off season, especially when I'm eating this much rice. 470 grams of rice is quite a bit. I love rice, and I always do jasmine rice for those of you that wonder. I know a lot of people do, what is it, basmati rice, or is it Calrose rice? I see a lot of you other guys, any of my bodybuilder buddies, let me know why you do Calrose rice. I haven't really asked you guys about that. But anyways, jasmine rice gets to be a lot of rice, so it's nice to split it up with sourdough bread. I make sure to get sourdough bread that's like from the bakery, not just some processed sourdough bread. It's great for digestion. It digests really well. And you can just carb swap. So here I have like 95 grams of sourdough bread, about 330 grams of rice, and then 175 grams of chicken, 33 grams of avocado. And what I did was I sauteed it in some red onions and the Flavor Gang Nerdy Sanchez sauce. That's my favorite sauce right now. So I'm gonna do this meal. It's the same macros as last meal. So it's 940 calories, 66 grams of protein, 135 grams of carbs, 15 grams of fat. And we got one more meal, and I'll give you guys my grand total for the full day of eating. Meal 6 about to go down. Then it's bedtime. We've got 93.7 beef. That's 195 grams of that. And then I split my carbs again. We've got sourdough bread. That's 55 grams of sourdough bread. About 330 grams of rice. Usually this meal calls for 420 grams of rice. So it's just about 120 grams of carbs. And then I'm going to use this chipotle mustard on it. Always liked this stuff. We used to get it from Publix, I believe. This is still from North Carolina. So I've just been running through all my flavor getting sauce too fast. So I'm like almost out of everything. I'm waiting on a shipment to come. This meal is about 930 calories, 68 grams of protein, 120 grams of carbs, 20 grams of fat. So total for the day, just under 6,300 calories, about 935 grams of carbs, just over 400 grams of protein, and just over 100 grams of fat, 103 grams of fat. So good bit of food. This is the highest it's going to be. We're about to start coming down, going into my cruise phase like I told you guys earlier in the video, and then doing blood work, making sure everything looks good. Then we're starting kind of like pre-prep early March, then going into full-on prep about 16 weeks out. Very excited for what's ahead this year. I've made some major improvements in a very short period of time, but that's just from brutal consistency, days like today, not missing any boxes, getting all my steps in, getting my cardio in, getting every single training session in and giving it my absolute best every time, eating all my meals, doing all the things I need to do for my health, all my health supplements, everything I need. You know, it's kind of boring. This bodybuilding lifestyle is a little boring. I feel like some of these videos, when I do them, I'm like, gosh, I didn't do anything today, but that's bodybuilding, guys. Like, we're mostly homebodies. We don't do extravagant things. We build muscle, and that requires training, requires eating, and it requires rest, and that's not super interesting, but hopefully you guys enjoy this and can learn some stuff from what I do. I'm eating a good bit of food. I didn't start out doing this kind of crazy amounts of food, and I know there are guys that have to eat a lot higher than me to grow, but luckily we didn't have to push crazy hard this year, and now we're about to go into a whole different phase and see what 2024 has in store for me and my pro career. So I'll see you guys on the next one. We'll be closer to prep at that point, and excited to share this next year with you guys. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.